Unfortunately, what we see kids receiving in school to eat are very, very high carbohydrate foods. Many of the foods contain high levels of gluten or are gluten containing to start off with, even at low levels in those kids who have not yet been identified as being gluten sensitive. But let's put the gluten sensitivity aside for just a minute and focus on the foods that our kids are eating. Foods like pizza, not being worried for a moment about whether it contains gluten or not, contain dough, as does bread. And bread and dough and potatoes, French fries, are high carbohydrates, and that is toxic to the brain. Now, there is no easy solution here, because a lot of times you're going to pack a lunch for your child and you're going to find out a couple years later, once they come back home or go to college, that throughout their elementary school years they traded their lunch away with whoever was lucky enough to get the lunch that you as parents tried to provide. A little fruit at lunchtime gives into the carbohydrate but has an upside. If your child is going to eat lunch at school, it might be time that you visit with the school and talk to them about what good food really means. The problem is that, the school lunches in public schools are dictated by what the USDA indicates is good nutrition. And clearly, the recommendations in Grain Brain run counter to what the U.S. Department of Agriculture has indicated our children should be eating. We need to give our kids higher fat foods, good fat foods. Foods like avocado, scrambled eggs, nuts, seeds, fish. These are good foods. Making them a part of a school lunch can be challenging, but it can be done. The best thing to do is to make sure your kids eat like that at home and get used to eating those good foods. And beyond that, if you know that you're up against a pretty challenging lunch at school, give them a big breakfast, something that you can control.